Oh shit, oh my god. Bear with me, I'm getting this attachment on here. What's up, everybody? Oh my god. What's up, everybody? How you doing? If you can see me, give me that 69 in the chat. Hope you guys are having a good day, doing okay. There's a lot really to go on here. I'm sure we'll cover some of this stuff tonight on Out of Nowhere. I'm sure we'll cover a lot of it on Out of Nowhere. Yeah, I see all the 69s. Nice. We're here. Marvin Watt's here. Getty Lee is here. Carlos is here. Juan Espinoza. And Jennifer's here too. I haven't shaved in a long time, so I'm starting to get that creepy looking face, which is funny. Always. Oh, I think my camera is set to reflection too, by the way. Or mirrored or whatever. What's up, Jamie? Hey, Chef. Or is that Chief? I think it says Chef. What up, Nikki J? The Weed God's here. So yeah, I hope you guys are good. Oh, we're under a cloud now, man. We had such sun. We had so much sun out, and then this one big gray cloud is covering up the sun right now. But before that, it was super sunny out. It still is in other places, but right over me right now, it's pretty dark. Yeah, unfortunately, the news on Daphne wasn't good, as I tweeted out earlier today. So that stinks. Didn't really feel like putting her name in the title because it's just so cheap. I feel like a lot of people, I don't know, sometimes I do it because it's news and I gotta put it in the title. Obviously it makes sense, but there's just sometimes where I don't feel, it's like I don't know, I didn't know of the situation really that much last night. I don't know her. I wasn't a big fan, you know, because at that time WCW wasn't doing well. I wasn't watching WCW. I didn't really enjoy too much stuff on TNA at that time she was there, so I rarely saw Daphne much, unfortunately. Didn't see a lot of her stuff. I might go back now and watch more of her. You know, I probably saw her have 3 or 4 matches in my life. I probably saw a couple appearances. Obviously, I've been watching wrestling since 1987. But yeah, it just felt wrong to put her name in the title here. Just feels like a clickbait thing, like, you know, people will do that for views or whatever. If I knew her, if I really cared about like somebody a lot for years and I knew them very well, or I knew I was a big fan of them or something like that, I would put it in there because I'd want to talk about it and bring it up. But because I don't know too much, you know, I'm not going to pretend I do, or pretend that I was some big fan. You know what I mean? I always liked her character. I liked her look. I liked the goth look. I dressed like Daphne. You know what I mean? I like that. I liked her back in the day. It was one of the rare things in WCW at the time that was kind of cool. Kind of like before Rosemary. Kind of like she was really, to me, was Rosemary is sort of like the next kind of version of that, but really sad, man. You know, I see people going at Joe Rogan. I think there's a lot to be said about Rogan and a lot to be said about all that stuff. I don't know enough about anything to give you my opinion really on the horse thing that he took or whatever. By the way, that was just one of a million things that he took and tried. You know, I think he just felt, I'm gonna throw everything at this, I guess. And I guess he didn't have the jabby, so people were saying that, why didn't he do that? And I think, you know, I don't know, man, like you get the flu and you get sick for 2, 3, 4 days and, you know, you figure you're gonna be all right. And once in a while, somebody would, you know, get pneumonia and have a bad time with the flu. But, you know, that's happened. There's a lot of factors to weigh in on everything. You know, then you could really go into so many different avenues. But I find when I speak to anybody is people just yell at you. Like, if you're like, oh, I don't mind that he took that, who cares? Why do you care what he does? You know what I mean? Then people get mad at you, and then if you say that, If you criticize him, though, then people will get mad at you. So there's no real right answer as far as that goes. But honestly, nobody should really care that much what somebody does or doesn't do. I mean, I figure if you get the jab and then you get sick, I guess the way to start, right, would be like, would be to go to your doctor and be like, yo, I don't know, medication, Z-Packs, vitamin drips, people can do that. I mean, this guy can do a bunch of stuff that none of us are going to do or will do without being admitted to a hospital. So it's like, I don't know. Does he have a vitamin drip in his house? I mean, he might, I don't know what he has. The guy's rich. The guy's rich as shit, dude. Like, we don't even know what this guy has. He did everything, he said. He, did, the monoclonal stuff, whatever. But, I mean, if you get the jab, and then you get sick, and then you go to Z-Pack and vitamins and minerals, and then if you're getting into trouble, then you're going monoclonal after that, right? And then you're going, remdesivir and all that stuff. It's like there's all these things that we know that you can take. But I guess some people just take them all and just be like, oh, just be on the safe side and take them all. He gets vitamin drips from his personal doctor. None of us have a personal doctor that's coming over to give us, vitamin drips. You know what I mean? One thing that happens with celebrities, this is a very interesting thing. One thing that, by the way, this is my new phone, guys. I got my new phone back. Finally, they fixed my phone. I have it right now. But it came wiped out. So I had to wipe everything and reset everything. So if you guys are donating, if anybody is donating, let me know if it's not working. It should be working. I don't know. Maybe we just don't have one. But it's only been 7 minutes of this podcast. But just let me know. The link is pinned to the chat, and Superchats work, but I don't think Elements works down below. So just don't use Elements. You can use Labs, and you can use whatever. Just don't use Elements. It won't pop up. That's the only one. Just want to give you the heads up on that. And shout out to D Moon for that dono last night, really late. We did play it, but it was really at the end. I don't know if D Moon missed it. Joe Bishop as well. One thing that happens with celebrities and people with a lot of money is they get bored and they start looking around for shit and they start, investigating stuff and figuring things out. And unlike us, many of us who struggle just to week live to pay the bills, to live in a house or apartment or whatever we're doing, we don't really have time to say oh, let's try this miracle drug, or let's try this, let's look into studies about this certain thing you can do, or let's hire a personal doctor to monitor our cells and blood counts every week and couple weeks. Because we don't have the time for it. And one thing that happens with celebrities, and I'm talking about all celebrities, you guys have seen this in TV shows, you've seen this in real life, you've seen it as a trend in Hollywood. It's not just about Hollywood, the evil Hollywood people, it's also just a trend that happens to rich people. And some people, they develop a bit of a narcissism or a God complex, but also they develop the ability to be able to fund their playtime. So, obviously, I would love a blood transfusion at some point, right? When I'm 50, 60 years old, if I'm alive, obviously, a nice blood transfusion. We know that helps you. We know that.
Shit bomb.
Right?
Shotty. Shotty. you.
Oh, shit. Shardy Janetti. Man, Shardy, thank you so much, man, for testing the system, and thank you, man, it works. Nice. Hell yeah, baby. Oh, thank you, Shardy Janetti. Guys, tonight on Out of Nowhere, right here on the Joe Cronin Show, guys, you may not get another alert. Make sure you guys ring the bell or re-ring the bell down below and ring the bell for everything, or you won't get alerts. And we're going to be live tonight with Out of Nowhere, talking about wrestling and giving our all-out predictions. Tonight is huge on Out of Nowhere. All-out predictions tonight. So my point is, back to the point. My point is, none of us, rest in peace to Daphne. None of us really have the ability to be like, oh, let me just go get a blood transfusion now. You know, and none of us really have the ability to be like, I'm going to monitor my vitamin intake weekly, and then I'm going to have these vitamin drips and things like that. Like, that's not going to happen. Yeah. Now there's a vaxxed and unvaxxed blood donation. Are you serious, Pinball? Is there science to that, or is that just weird discrimination crap? Is there a science to that? If there's no science to it, why would they do that? It doesn't make any sense other than being an idiot. Texas, I haven't seen that yet. You know, when you were in the World Wrestling Entertainment, Ryback, do you remember molesting someone in the... No. They want people to have antibodies to donate. Oh. That's weird. The chances of us dying in 20 years with climate change is very likely after what happened in Brooklyn last night. Oh yeah, dude, listen, if you don't think the Earth is changing, you're on another planet. You know, I mean, I'm talking about, forget climate change. Like, a lot of people... See, everybody's fighting about, is there climate change? Is there, like, it's happening. It doesn't matter why it's happening. What you're getting into is, like, you get the global warming people fighting with the climate change people, fighting with the complete disbelievers of everything, and they're all fighting with each other. Listen, the Earth is doing something different. I mean, there's no doubt. It's why is it doing it? That's the question, is why is it doing it? But yeah, if you don't believe that something isn't happening, I mean, what are we talking about here? You know? Dynamite did 1 million. Yeah, we're going to talk about that tonight as well, John Wills. 1 million for Dynamite. Yikes. The Earth is just trying to get rid of us at this point, you know? China will never stop.
Shit bomb! You become a shit bomb.
How are you doing, bro?
What up, Daniel Mendez? I'm doing good, man. I'm doing okay. We're fine. The flooding, the rain, like, in my area was not bad. We're not in a flood zone, you know, and you can tell because there's just no, I mean, the Charles River a little bit, I can see it rose up a little bit, but honestly, it flows out of here so fast because we're so high, we're above sea level so high, that what I noticed, dude, so I went down to the Charles River, and I'm at the very beginning of the Charles River. So it's and I got to explain this to you because it's super fascinating to me, guys. It's so fascinating to me. Where I used to live was near the ocean, right down the street from the actual, where the Charles River, the big Charles River in Boston, dumped into, right? And we would go sometimes up the street to where the Charles River was, where it expanded into Boston. And now I live 45 minutes to 40 minutes outside of Boston. And I'm where the Charles River begins. Fucking crazy. I used to live next to the gigantic river that you don't want to swim in, by the way. And now I live at the little tail of where it begins, coming down from top of mountains and back areas over here. And it's amazing to sort of be in that kind of like reverse version of it. I don't know, it's very weird. So I went down the other day, and I brought my my measuring stick with me because I'm a dork, and I measured the water flow, and it was pretty much a regular, you know, just a regular old, how you would expect the water to be flowing. Now this water is flowing, dude. I mean, it's not that much higher, but it is flowing towards the ocean. Like with the water is moving 2 times faster than it moved the last 2 times that I measured it, because I could just walk over to it, and I was like, stuck my stick in and measured it. Anyway, that's my little funny science experiment. So the force of the water is picked up, probably because more water's coming down faster from, I don't know. But yeah, we got no flooding, luckily. Nothing flooded. I know a lot of people whose basements are flooded. I know a lot of people with minor damage, permanent damage. There are people we still haven't heard from yet. People that I heard from for a second, but they were like, gotta go. This is insane. I'm busy. This is crazy. People in New Jersey are jacked up that I know. I've just heard from so many people. There's people I haven't heard from yet because I'm like, oh, what about what's his face? He lives over there. And then I look at his Twitter, and the last thing he says is like, oh, we're getting a storm, and there's no updates. That's kind of weird. And then like some people's updates were like today, finally, you know, like pictures of shit everywhere, and just not shit, actual shit, but like just debris. You know, we've gotten more tornado warnings out here, or tornado watches and warnings, than I think I can remember ever. You know, this is crazy. I've never seen anything like this. Jake's power went out. Jake lost his power. Jake's internet line was drenched to where they had to repair it. So that apparently that got repaired, Jake said. I'm surprised that they fixed it that quick. But they did fix it. If you watch the movie AI, which I love that movie. It's a very sad movie, I think, really, but it's the movie AI is I think is a wonderful movie. And the movie starts off with, you know, the whole movie's about the you know, the AI, the mecha, the boy, and it's this kind of Pinocchio story, but it starts off in sort of like an area of the world we don't even know where it is. Like, it's weird. It's in the future, but like, and they're building robots and AI, but the United States isn't even here or whatever, or New York isn't here. It's completely underwater and stuff like that. And they begin to talk about the, you know, the world changing, the climate change and everything. But yeah, in order to avoid fighting with your friends, you know, what you can do to avoid fighting with your friends, I think, is just first agree that, you know, oh man, the earth is definitely changing, because it always is. The earth's been changing since forever. The earth will always change. It has always changed. We weren't here, it always changed. So if you just agree to that, you don't have to get into the fight about the global warming, why it's happening, and what we can do, that thing. I mean, you can just agree that something's about to happen. Like, this is crazy. So if you can agree to that, you know, you will, that's a good thing. You'll be on the same page at the beginning. And when some people say like, oh, you know, the scientists, they don't, you know, whatever, I agree. There's a lot of things that are wrong or incorrect and things like that. But, you know, these are a lot of these people are the same people. It's like when I see a plane go flying in the air, when I see a rocket ship take off into space, you know, when we're sitting here on phones that communicate with everybody and broadcast, I can play a video game where I pass a puck to somebody in Switzerland, and in real time they get the puck and then they shoot the puck. And we're communicating on headphones and, you know, all these different things of what we do. And certainly sometimes stuff is wrong and science is wrong and science is evil. But most of the time, a lot of the times, you know, a lot of this stuff is really good and it really does work. So when the scientists tell you something's going on, it's kind of like, well, something's going on. Don't know, you know, what it is. But then again, to play devil's advocate, whenever something's going on naturally, there's always a paranoid group of people that say, something's going on, man, or something crazy is going on. You know, it's funny. It's like the climate change people sometimes are the same type of panicky people that the people that are not anti-jab are. They're paranoid that the scientists are, you know, oh, they're making it up, they're going to kill us. There's always a paranoid group, no matter what, in anything, no matter what, ever, like no matter what. It's like Star Trek. You guys ever watch old Star Trek TV show? You guys know I like The Next Generation. Do you remember when there's an episode where Data the robot gets sent down to the planet to he's the only one that can go down to the planet because there's some kind of radiation or something, and the people on the planet are immune to it because they've been living there, but the people on the Enterprise would get sick, so they have to send only Data down to the planet to tell the people on the planet that these aliens are coming to kill them all if they don't get off the planet, because the planet belonged to them in a treaty, and these people showed up on the planet through some kind of accident or whatever, and they're trying to say, hey man, you got to leave the planet, and they're like, we're not leaving, this is our home, we're not leaving. And Data's like, this super like advanced alien race is going to kill you if you don't leave the planet, and they don't believe him. They're like, no. And so he has to like find ways to show them how dangerous it is, to scare them, to get them to get off the planet finally. Oh, crazy. Was that a cat? Cat just ran by. Yeah, I don't understand the Gunn Club turning heel last night. We went over it a million times and I still don't understand. Like, I like the idea of it, and I like how Big Show or Paul White sold it. He sold it so well, man. That was a great sell by Paul White. Wasted. It's like, all right, QT's already in a fight with you. Why do you now have a beef with Billy Gunn? I don't understand that. I don't understand why we're taking one heel and subbing him for another heel when you haven't completed this heel yet. This match. I don't get it. Anyway, it equaled 1 million in ratings, apparently. Joe, what are your pronouns? My pronouns are go fuck yourself. That's what my pronouns are. My pronouns are when are you gonna blow me? What time is Out of Nowhere? Tonight, Out of Nowhere will be probably around 10:30. 10:30 or so. Why, you wanna come over? You wanna come over? What's up, Clam Baked? I identify as a raging psychopath. Like, I'm really starting to look like the psycho too. Like if I support Joe Rogan too much, I'll definitely look like the stereotypical like new terrorist, right? Like the new American terrorist, the white male with like a red beard, maybe, you know, blue eyes. Like, I can really look that part. And, you know, I never had red in my hair, ever. It was always blonde or brown. But now I've got red little tints in my face and head. It's weird. I never had red hair, ever. Go look at all my photos I ever post. It's like black, it's like brown, blonde, dirty blonde mostly, usually. Now it's like starting to come out. So I'm like hinting at ginger-ish. But my son and my daughter are definitely gingers. Like, they're full ginger. Like, I mean, B's hair is like strawberry red, and Finn's hair is kind of like strawberry red, but like with a blonde. I don't know. A plane crashed into a building in Connecticut? What the hell? I don't know, Clam Baked. I'm not sure, man. They haven't called me in a long time. Yeah, I saw the girl from Lawrence who died. That sucks, man. My mother's from Lawrence, Mass. I don't know about Top Rope, man. Yeah, they haven't really, I haven't talked to them much. I think I'll be working the New England All-Star show coming up. I believe. Not 100% though. Max Caster was right. He is right. Although I don't think Max can really grow a beard either. JBL talked to you, and Gerald Briscoe liked my post on Twitter. I don't know what you just said, Almighty One. Yeah, I saw that JBL did like my message the other day. I talked to JBL one time, not that long ago. I told him I gave him shit. I was like, dude, I called you like a bully cunt or something like that. And he was laughing. He goes, I am, and I'll, you idiot. Four dead in that plane crash, Jesus. That's weird. Plane crash in Connecticut. Hope it didn't hit Jake. Look at all the wrinkles I'm starting to get under my eyes, and look at the weird. I'm starting to get old. It's so weird to watch me get older. I'm gonna have to do. Joe Rogan needs to help me with this. How do I fix this, Joe Rogan? Cucumbers. The worst of my problems is need to lose weight. That's my biggest thing. I'm trying to lose weight. I need to lose 10, 15 more pounds. Thanks, Raul. What a dummy I am. Much more exciting than AEW. I mean, that's the way I call, and that's the way I want to hear it called, I guess. Or like, I don't know, man. I just didn't think the commentary was right. That's all. I'm not Tommy NC obese. No. Obese mode. Isn't that like a Grim says something like that probably. He might be the boss, King James. He might be ready to pop. I would take Morrow. Yeah, Morrow would be awesome on AEW. That'd be awesome. That'd be great. That would be fucking fire, man. But yeah, I wish I would have to shave. I have to shave my face coming up though, because I gotta shoot a commentary thing and a couple other things that I'm doing. So I'll be shaved. I'll be baby face soon. Well, I'll be like shaving and then 3 days later stubbling it. I would like to be. I'm sorry. I just feel confident enough that I wish that NXT would hire me and AEW would somebody would hire me, so I could call wrestling with authenticity that I feel like these people don't have. I think Mauro Ranallo and Nigel McGuinness should be calling somewhere. I think Booker T's commentary team should be calling somewhere. I mean, they are on his program, but and then I think third in line is myself. I honestly believe that. I think Mauro and Nigel are the number one commentary duo in wrestling right now, although they're not one right now. They would be, though. And then I think Reality of Wrestling's commentary team would be my other choice. And then third would be me. I would choose myself as third place to be somewhere. That's me. If I had a wrestling promotion, and I was like, who would you book? That's my pick. I'm going to pick myself. The third. Michael Cole slightly improved because of Pat McAfee, no doubt about it. Like, he really did. But Michael Cole's never been somebody that I loved anyway. I never thought Michael Cole was better than a 7 out of 10, ever. Even at Michael Cole's best, he's a 7 out of 10. But Michael Cole as a producer and as what he does behind the scenes is fucking awesome. The guy is amazing producer, and I would hire Michael Cole for production 1,000 times over. But I'm just sick of him as an announcer. That's all. What's up, D. Welsh? I don't know why you're thanking me. I mean, you're the one that's... Didn't you stay up for me? D. Welsh was staying up last night to see if he needed to tell me about a tornado. I didn't sleep well last night because I stayed up. I let my family go to bed, and I stayed up watching the tornado watches. So I just couldn't sleep. I was like, well, if tornado happens in the middle of the night, I mean, we're not going to be... So I stayed awake last night, kind of. So I've been dragging today. But yeah, D. Welsh, thank you, man. D. Welsh was up watching the radar to tell me if I was going to die or not. Nothing ever happened though. There really wasn't any funnel clouds that touched down. I think in the Cape we had a couple funnels, but there was nothing that really did too much. Yeah.
Shit bomb!
Barnstable area.
You become a shit bomb.
Good show last night. I am in the hopsteel.
Wait, what? Red Comet Man, thank you. Oh, you're in the hospital? What the hell? Why are you in the hospital? What the hell happened to you, Red Comet Man? I got wicked allergies right now, man. I'll tell you what, if I have really bad allergies and then one of my kids brings home COVID, I'm going to be a wreck. I love Bobby the Brain Heenan. If I could be a heel commentator, oh my God, I wish to God I could be a heel commentator. I think I'm good as the lead guy, but I think, oh my God, I dream of someone saying, go on commentary, be a heel, just be bad, just be a shithead. That is my dream. I absolutely love that. That is my favorite thing ever, and I think it's hilarious. I don't know, man. I'm not good at much, but I think that's funny. Dude, I almost killed Rich Palladino, what was it, 6 months ago? I was calling a match with Rich Palladino, and he was completely face, like, commentary, straight up guy, and I just decided to throw in a little bit of, like, sarcasm, darkness. I wasn't going heel, but I wanted to throw in a little bit of something. And I'll never forget him throwing the kid from Weymouth. And he goes, oh, and this all happened in real time by chance. He's like, oh, yeah, his dad's here. His dad's really proud. Look at his dad. He's so happy and so proud. Oh, yeah, he's right there. Oh, he is? Yeah, he's right there in the front row. And then right as we said that, this guy, and by the way, this guy just got, what's his name? He just got signed to, not signed, but he just appeared in AEW a couple of times. He threw the guy on a I think it was a German suplex or some kind of throwaway suplex, and it was horrific. And we're like, oh, and I go, he almost died right in front of his dad, and just something stupid like that. And then he goes, Weymouth wrestlers. Oh yeah, the crowd was chanting Weymouth wrestling as we were in Weymouth. And then I go, what the hell's the crowd chanting, Rich? And Rich is like, Weymouth wrestlers. They're chanting Weymouth wrestlers. And I'm like, Weymouth wrestlers. And I said,
Duncachino? Don't mind if I do.
Here we go.
What's my name? Duncachino. It's a whole new game. Duncachino. You want creamy goodness? I'm your friend. Say hello to my
chocolate friend.
I blacked out and have stuffed nose. Lucky COVID test came back negative.
You almost wish it didn't. Like, what the hell does that mean? You blacked out and had a stuffed nose? Would you have a lot of swelling? Do you have allergies? Is there like a sinus thing going on? You have a sinus buildup? Jesus Christ, Red Comet Man. I hope you're okay, man. Yeah, sucks that Daphne died, or that happened, and they didn't get to Daphne in time. It's just awful. But yeah, I said Weymouth wrestlers. He goes, yeah, they're chanting Weymouth wrestlers. I'm like, I know a lot of wrestlers from Weymouth. And I go, I know a lot of wrestlers from Weymouth. And then Palladino goes, oh yeah? And I'm like, yeah, they're wrestling with substance. And Palladino goes, oh, yikes. You could tell that he was like, oh my God, what did you say? Like, what is going on, bro? Oh, that kills me because Weymouth is just full of druggies. Oh my God, dude. I just can't get over it because he did not expect that, bro. It probably, like, I'd probably be fired from some company in like 2 seconds, man. They'd be like, yeah, you can't make that joke. You're out. I know a lot of Weymouth wrestlers. Oh yeah? Yeah, except they're wrestling with substance. I still can't believe I did that to Rich Palladino, man. I grew up watching Rich Palladino. That's so funny. Actually, he lives right next door to me. Rich Palladino lives right near me. Rich, where you watching, buddy? I thought Rich was like only 8 years older than me. So like I remember watching him years and years and years ago when I was 16. He must have been 19, or he must have been like 23 when I was 16, because he's not much older than me. I don't think. But I guess he is. Have the doctor check for brain fluid leakage, Red Comet Man. That's true. Check your, did you get a scan? A CT scan? Clam Baked is right. It's pretty much every suburban town. Yeah, I think it's just because Quincy and Weymouth like to shit on each other. So I just shit on Weymouth. I actually used to be in Weymouth all the time. My friend lived in Weymouth. There's a bad part of Weymouth where there's a lot of drug stuff. And then the rest of it's really fine. It's like not a problem. It's like same thing as Quincy, kind of, and everywhere really. We know one thing though: Hingham people are pussies. Yeah, you want some of this? I'll give you it. I'll finish it. I thought you lived in Weymouth, Clam Baked. I know you're not from Weymouth. Where are you from? Loserville? No. Dale Yarnell says, so Joe, in your opinion, how much longer does Roman Reigns' run go? I think Roman Reigns' run continues until a face happens, until they create a new face, or the crowd decides to pick a face or pick a favorite. You know? I'm making all kinds of weird noise. I'm like... I've been taking a lot... this whole time the pandemic started, I've taken a lot of vitamin D and a lot of zinc. The one thing I didn't do enough of was exercise, which is a big thing. It would never fly nowadays, a drug dealer or addicted names James Addiction. Oh my god, dude. Mr. Pico Boulevard. I always had a great idea for a wrestling character. James Addiction. Oh my god. That was every wrestler in the 90s. Oh shit. Jennifer, thanks for becoming a member. Holy shit. I don't know if the membership will alert me. I don't know. Oh, maybe it will. Oh shit, it did.
We got a new member. Yes. Oh, I'm hard. I'm so good. Oh my god, I'm hard for the new member.
Okay, that... Yeah. Thank you, Jennifer. What's going on? So, I know that I've tried to lose weight a million times, but I really need to. Like, this is bad. And, you know, with the kids going back to school and COVID and stuff like that, I began today to run hard, and I'm going to be running around the block in a few minutes. And then I'm going to be mowing the lawn, because my lawnmower drag flap came today, and I couldn't mow the lawn because it didn't have that on it, and I didn't want to get hit in the face with a rock or in the foot with a rock or something. But yeah, no, I definitely am almighty. If you look at, if you look at the video I did with Leah, I'm like, wow, I look kind of like a funny tubby guy. I look like a funny dad, like a funny tubby dad, where even 5-6 years ago I didn't look like that. So I am going to be, I was 224 the other day, which is crazy because I had got down to 218, 215, and I had been working my way down to 206 last year, and or a year and a half ago, and now I'm back to 220. So I need to get down to 190, So I keep saying that. I've been saying that for like a while. So, but then I start getting there, and then I just abandon ship. But we're gonna have to do that for real. So let's go. Get scared. Get scared. Pretend Hannibal's chasing me with a syringe. That's a good idea. I might do that. So Brenna told me today at school that they were making the kids, like, every time the kids leave classroom, come back, go anywhere, they have to, like, douse their hands in whatever the fuck, hand sanitizer. I'm like, man, that's I mean, listen, I always do that when I come out of, like, shopping or somewhere. Although, it's like, dude, didn't we agree that the virus basically doesn't get to you that way? It's all air. So I don't understand, but but they're making the kids hand sanitizer like every second, apparently. She's like, yeah, we did it every time we did this and that and then that. I'm like, do they know that that's like poison? Like, after a while, like, that shit makes you toxic. And I'm pretty sure it also, like there's some good bacteria you need to get. Like, legit, there's a lot of good bacteria you need. So, I don't know. Very kind of strange. I was kind of like, okay, that's weird. Then my older son told me that they have no recess. There's no recess. And they have mask break. So they have mask break several times a day, but there's no recess. And I was like, what the fuck? There's no recess? There's no, like, 30 minutes or 15 minutes where you guys can just run around outside? And he's like, no. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, why? Why is there no recess? You're in rooms all day walking hallways. Why can't you go out into the huge field in the back of the school with like 20 kids and do something? So I'm pretty sure that the parents are going to cause I'm pretty sure that once I'm going to write in the Facebook page, like, so how do we get a recess for the kids? Because I think if all the parents knew about this, I think all the parents would agree that there should be a recess. I don't think anybody would disagree with that. In fact, I think if everybody knew that there wasn't a recess, that they would complain. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I think that there should be a recess. I don't know, like... And then in San Francisco, they are paying you $300 to not kill people. So if you guys want to move somewhere... I'm thinking about moving to San Francisco, because I can do my show from San Francisco from a house, because I can sell this house and buy something. It'll be small. But, I will have to worry about being killed myself, though, because everybody's just breaking in everybody's homes over there and stuff like that. There's no law and order. But they'll pay me $300 to $500 to not shoot somebody. So that's pretty cool. So, just saying, if you guys want to go somewhere where you can make some money and you have a gun and you have a criminal history. If you have a criminal history and you have a gun, go to San Francisco. They will pay you $300 to not shoot somebody. That's pretty sick. Because I've been not killing people for like free for like 37 years. But, now I got in an argument with Leah earlier because Leah told me, I said that San Francisco was insane. And she said they wouldn't be insane if we had gun control. And I said, well, that doesn't matter because they have some of the most gun control there is. They have like homeless people like shitting in the streets every second, living in the streets. Chicago, like, there's like 40 people shot last week. Like, the country doesn't have we don't have good control of the criminals with guns in this country, no doubt about it, but paying people money to not shoot people is just, to me, is weird. I don't understand. Like, that's like that's like even further beyond, you know, the people that say, hey, come here if you want to do drugs. We'll let you do drugs here in the hospital. That to me is not as insane. That actually somewhat makes some sense to me. Like, do it in a controlled environment, you know? Maybe they can also teach you about, like, hey, maybe try mushrooms instead because it's natural from the earth. Don't take fucking this chemical that kills you. But, like, here's $300 to not shoot people? The fuck? Like, this is weird. I mean, that seems like a waste of money. Like, not really, because, like, yeah, I agree. I don't want people shooting people. But when you have to pay people an incentive to not shoot people, I don't get it. Go look it up. It's real. I'm not kidding. That would be amazing, Mr. Pico Boulevard. That would be fire. I'd be down for that. I do thank you guys for the donations, man. You've made this hour worth it so far. I think we're at $16 or something. So that's pretty cool, man. $16 for the hour almost. That's I can go back to my other work. And it's like I didn't miss a beat for an hour. So that's cool. Control your environment, says Chris. What's up? Rose Montana. OG. What's up, Rose Montana? Oh, I unblocked a whole bunch of people the other day that were glitched. I figured out how to do it. I found out how to unblock glitch people. All I got to do is go back in time and look at some old comments. And if I find your old comments, I can unblock you from there. That works. I was able to unblock 58 people that I saw as people that either shouldn't have been blocked, were blocked by accident by somebody, or were like borderline. So I just released them anyway. So I'm going to be doing that again tonight, and a couple hundred should be unblocked tonight. For anybody watching who's like, I'm still blocked, or for anybody who's like, fucking, I'm on my second name or whatever. So I'm going to be trying to do that. You know what, Paul? I don't think I found you. I don't think I found your original account, Paul, but I will find that. I don't know why this has happened. Chris J, I don't think I found yours either. But I found a ton of people. Like, and I found people that were like good, and I'm like, wait a minute. There was even some people I clicked on and it said unhide, and I went, wait a minute, why is this guy hidden? I don't know if there was a mod at one point who's not a mod anymore, who was going on a rogue banning of people, or if a mod was clicking on someone by accident during the problems we were having, and people got accidentally blocked. But when it happened, it accidentally glitched you, so I can't unblock you. So the only way to do it is this weird way that I found. But I did find the way to do it. So, I don't know. I'm glad Joe Rogan's okay, man. I like his podcast. Joe Rogan is not a doctor. You know, you should listen to your doctor and think about and listen, you know, enjoy Rogan, listen to your doctor. People that want that guy to die are crazy. I don't understand that at all. That's fucking evil. I think he's a celebrity who's into a whole bunch of crazy stuff that none of us will ever have access to. You know, he's working with a doctor that's a little bit out there. Takes some risks, but may have a lot of good answers, but also takes risks. A lot of our doctors don't do that. Our doctors are more based on, you know, like stuff that's more mainstream. So, you know, I don't know, man. I enjoy listening to him. I might learn something. I might hear something I can think of and use for myself later on. But you know, he says it himself that he's not, you know, a doctor. He's not someone to listen to. All he can do is tell you what he's doing. Hey, this is what I did. You know, I don't know. You do what you want. This is what I did. And for people to get mad at that because of his personal choices is stupid. It's just dumb. I mean, listen, anybody worshiping what he did or what he does or anything, I get that's annoying. Anybody shitting on him, though, is crazy as well, you know? good health care for rich people, Trey. That's a good point. A lot of these suggestions won't be made to most of us because we don't have the money for it. I mean, do you guys have money for a, vitamin drip? I mean, maybe a vitamin drip or something like that. A Z-Pack. They already said early on, though, that they didn't think the Z-Packs were worth a damn, but, Z-Packs do help a lot of times when you have things like, bad flu, pneumonia, or mono. I think mono. Has anybody ever had a Z-Pack with mono? I think mono is also with Z-Packs, right? Somebody let me know. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. New garlic. Yes, I take raw garlic. Paul 3, I like raw garlic as well. I take raw garlic now more for my heart. More so that I can, you know what I mean? Because I've eaten so much terrible fatty shit over the years that I eat raw garlic, zinc, vitamin D, vitamin E for the detox, green tea extract, and I'm drinking black coffee to clear my liver, to clean my liver and reduce the fattiness of my liver because of some of the fatty foods I've eaten over the years. Only way to reduce a fatty liver is to stop eating fatty shit and to drink coffee. Look it up. That's pretty known. So anything you can do to get your heart fixed, stop eating McDonald's almost entirely. Stop eating fast foods. Eat fish. Omega-3s and good fats are good. Eggs and fish and chicken. Tuna, but watch the mercury in tuna. You'll get more mercury in tuna than you will in a vaccine, I think. And so that's a lot of shit in tuna and in fish. And then if you do fresh fish farmed, you got to be careful with fresh fish farmed because even fish farmed, a lot of the fish are eating antibiotics. So you're getting antibiotics in your fish, even though you're like, But then again, I kind of don't give a shit. Like I really don't give that much of a shit either. So I figure if I give a bit of shit, like I'll do better. But then I also don't give a shit at the same time. You know what I mean? But for the people out there that really give a shit, you probably know what you're doing, Because you could do all this shit and then get hit by a truck tomorrow and it's like, what the hell was that? But I figure the older I get and the more children I have, well, I won't have any more, but, based on my children relying on me and the older I get, that's what's making me be like, all right, I'm going to be more careful with everything. Salt a lot, yeah. Mr. X, what's up, man? I need to go to the doctor to have as you guys know, I don't have health insurance because I made too much money to get health insurance, but then if I had health insurance, I wouldn't have enough money to live, so it doesn't make any sense, but whatever. But it's only it's like $200 to get a complete blood count and a blood test, and I haven't had one in a while, so I still have to make that appointment. As soon as I have my second, when I complete my Moderna vaccination, which the second is in 2 weeks, I think, or in a week, I don't know. Once I get that, then I'll wait 2 weeks, and then I'll go, if I'm not dead, I'll go and get my blood count stuff. And you guys should do that. Everybody should get a blood count. You should get a blood count even if you don't have anything wrong with you. That way, if something does go wrong with you in 2 years, 3 years, 6 months, whatever, 5 years, 8 years, you've got that base report. So you can be like, oh shit, this is what it looked like, a year ago. Or this is what it looked like 3 years ago. Now it looks like this. Something's up. Go get a complete blood count. It'll tell you, it'll see all your white blood cells, your red blood cell count. I always say this all the time. The second shot is a motherfucker because the second shot is going to be what releases the spike protein. So that's what's going to set off the okay, the testing, we're testing. So the second shot is what could give you the simulation or the basically the vibe of being sick. So that's why the second shot's worse. So I could be like, that's the other reason why I want to make sure I'm in shape before I get the second vax. You know, at least 2 weeks of losing weight, running, you know, that type of thing, because taking anti-inflammation, because nopalea cactus pills, no soda, that's the worst, yeah. Staying hydrated is really big, Colonel Stutters. It's like super basic and none of us do it right, you know what I mean? Leah had the Moderna. My mother had the Moderna. My mother got Pfizer, actually. Her dad got Moderna. Her sister got Moderna. My other friends have had Moderna. I have one friend, Bob, Wolf. You guys know Wolf. He refuses to get the vax and thinks we're all dead. But I kind of agree with him on a lot of things too. But he is definitely off the charts right now. He's like, this guy's all over the place. He thinks I think he's looking for that horse stuff. Glucose level is huge. What's good for glucose? Fuck. Oh, well, nopal, the nopalea cactus, the nopal cactus. Go get some anti-inflammation nopal cactus shit. That's good for, I think, reducing glucose levels. None of us are doctors. I'm not a doctor. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Just so you know. Yeah, Jennifer, that's my buddy right now. I mean, listen, it's not that it's like there's something to it, you know what I mean? I understand. Hannibal got the Pfizer shot for his hepatitis. What I did was I went down and I told them I had hepatitis and they gave me the Pfizer shot and it cured my hepatitis C. I need to tell this information to all the other people suffering from hepatitis C because it really works. I am now cured. The first thing I did was call Paul Levesque, and I told him, Paul, you can hire me again because I took the Pfizer vaccine and I do not longer have hepatitis C anymore. I am in shock, and they told me it wasn't the reason. I made it up, and I said, study me. I don't know, I'm sorry. What's up, Tara?
Yeah, well, it was like, I remember 5 years ago there was this guy, Danny, and I wanted to break his arm, and then I wanted to fuck him with his own arm.
Wow. So you knew him from the locker room, or were you friends with him in the WWE?
No, I wasn't friends with him in the WWE. Are you even listening to what I'm saying? I said I wanted to kill, he was a fan.
I mean, I can't wait to see how that fucking interview goes. How's that interview gonna go? You know? Oh my god. You already bored with the Delta variant? Well, that's okay, because now they got the Mu variant.
Joe, when you pick up your kids, if you Louis across the street, run that scumbag Cova sent him the Omax hell and Welsh report these nuts.
Joe, when you pick up your kids, if you Lewis across the street, run that scumbag over. Okay. I got you, AJ Adams. I will do that. I will do that for you, AJ Adams. I will run them over for you. Oh my god. Mu as in muons. The virus has gone quantum. Oh yes, that's what it is, Mr. X. That's got to be what it is, right? Because they're going Delta. That's right. I didn't even think about that. Delta, Vega, all that's... oh my god, dude, I didn't even put that together. Jesus. I didn't even put all that shit together, man. That's a great point. I hope you're okay, dude. I feel so bad, man. We are so lucky that nothing's wrong at my house and nothing's wrong here, and There's no flooding anywhere. There's no cracks in the foundations. Oh my God, I'm going to sneeze. I just held in a sneeze and my face is going to explode from holding in that sneeze. What's up, Cora? What up, Joe Bishop? Gamma? Yeah, Gamma, Delta. Zeta? Isn't Zeta one too? I don't even know. Your content for me? Thank you. Imagine if Joe Rogan showed up at All Out. That'd be crazy. Delta Sigma. The Fauci variant. Listen, I try not to give Fauci too hard a time because even though he's made some, I think he's been an idiot sometimes and made mistakes. He doesn't understand how to speak. Think about this, guys. If there was a good scientist out there, right? Say I was a good scientist, Danny the good scientist, and I came out to tell you guys harsh truth about something, and I'm not talking about Bald Frank. I'm talking about the actual truth about something going on, and I was telling you guys all harsh truth about something, and then I was saying, one of the only ways we're going to be able to combat this is for this terrible thing to happen. There'd be so many people calling me a devil and a scumbag, you know what I mean? So it's hard to say, you know what I mean? Even though the guy has said some dumb, he's gone back and forth, and the CDC, and all these people have lied and made up stuff and changed their minds, and it's like, what are you doing? But let's pretend I was super good. I was super good Danny the doctor. And I came out and I told you guys, hey, everybody, I just discovered a pathogen in Colorado. This pathogen in Colorado is going to eat your insides over the course of 5 years and give you kidney cancer. And we need to all right now be inoculated or we can't kill this thing. It would be very hard to convince people of that. Say if you get inoculated, the inoculation goes in your bloodstream and kills the bacteria that was going to grow and turn into something that causes kidney cancer in 5 years. It would be really hard to convince everyone that they need to get that because this pathogen comes from, it's airborne and it's already gone around the whole U.S. and most people have it and they don't even know it and whatever, and they won't know it for 5 years, and that's why thousands of people are starting to die. I think whoever that is going to be demonized, right? Think about that. And I'm not saying that someone's not bad and that he's not a demon, you know what I mean? I'm just saying the person who brings that fact or that news to everybody will be looked at as the bad one. It's like when the guy comes home and tells you that, hey, I was the captain in charge of your son's squad and he's dead. You know what I mean? You may hold a grudge against that guy, saying that guy got my son killed, or if that guy hadn't screwed up, my son would be alive, or if that person, you're going to blame somebody. And so that is something you always got to be careful about in science, because somebody will, sometimes the person bringing the information or the bad news or the good news will be looked at as the bad guy or the demon or skeptical. He's the one that brought it or he's the one that's controlling it or something. Now, on the flip side of that, sometimes those people are the bad people who are in control of everything. And they are people that are evil doing something because they have so much power and they control everything. So that's why it's hard. You guys know what I'm saying, right? We all know that in history, people have been blamed for things like that, even if they're the good one, the good person, trying to do good, right? But we also know that in history, people who are the ones who control the information and control the science can also be the bad people as well. So because of both of those things, it's really hard to get everybody on the same page, because both of those things are human nature and things that have happened in the past. So it's really hard. So I can understand why some people would call a lead scientist the devil and the bad guy, but I can also understand how you could defend him at the same time. I can see both things. So you really got to do your biggest fact checking and your biggest digging to find the facts and see how much you believe or don't. and want to, I guess. I don't know. Because it's always fun to blame the leader or blame the person who's, you know, giving you the information. But also those people a lot of times are corrupt. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't really say it any more. I can't be a bigger fence rider than what I just was. People in the Middle Ages used to blame witches for hailstorms. Exactly, Trey. That's exactly it. And dude, if you were the one that came forward and said, guys, I know why there's hailstorms. I know why there's hailstorms. I figured it out. See the moisture in the sky, in the air, and by the time it comes down and it forms into ice, blah, 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 they would call you the witch. They'd be like, this guy's a fucking witch. And you're like, no, like I did this experiment and I figured it out. And they'd be like, no, you're a fucking witch. And they kill the guy. Didn't they try to kill Copernicus? Didn't they try to kill, didn't they put Galileo in jail because of his fucking shit with a telescope? I mean, dude. I'm not saying, and we do have evil people that are in charge of shit. I mean, there are evil people in charge of shit and bad stuff, and I'm not kidding about that, but, yeah, Cora, it was Galileo, yeah, okay, that's what I thought. But it's been forever. Dude, EC3 is bringing in Adam Shear, Braun Strowman. He's going to turn him around, I think, just like Cardona. I can't wait to see that fighting match or whatever they're going to do. I don't know what he's going to do. But we are going to have EC3 on the show again. I'm going to be speaking with EC3 tomorrow, so I'm super pumped up about that. So yeah. But anyway, I'm just kind of spewing out some random stuff with you guys. The reason why it's so hard to not pick a side, though, isn't it? So hard not to just say they're all lying to us, or to be like, trust the science. Like, I'm sorry. I am so sorry, guys, that I am like this. I wish I could be one or the other for you guys. And I know that a lot of you are one way or the other way. So at least you get me being honest, telling you that I can't pick a side, guys. I can't do it. I can't say, like, it's all just conspiracy. They're going to kill us. They don't care. Like, there's part of me that thinks that way. And then there's the other part of me that's like, trust the science. They know. Like, those two things are like, in my head. And I believe the answer is because both are true. That's what I think. I just think some of that is true and some of that is true. But it's hard to be in that category because everybody's got to be in one or the other. You know what I mean? I don't know. Sometimes science is used as a weapon. Sometimes science is used to save people. I feel like that's the truth. There are good people, there are bad people. That's the problem. It's like, break it down to police, right? It's like a lot of cops are really good people that try to help people and they do their job the right way. But there's some cops that are fucking sick and weird and also are stupid. So it's like, you can't just say one thing or the other. It's illogical to say all cops are terrible, or illogical to say all cops are great and they're absolutely amazing. Like, it's illogical to pick either side of those. That's why at my house, I don't have a sign that says defund the police. I also don't have a sign that says defend the police. Because those are finite things that I don't think anybody should believe in. Like, defund the police sign, defend the police, like, those are illogical to me. What up, Cora? Go have a good time at work. Have a good time, everybody. It's illogical to me to be infinite, or to be final, or to make that final statement, or to absolute statement. And only Siths deal in absolutes. Toodles. All right, Cora. Beverly. Shields up, Commander. I pretty much try to go with what I think Picard would do. And then I think it's pretty good. It is most people, Cox. That is true. It is most of us are like this, I think. You're right. Because when you see a sign like that, it's rare. It's like 10 houses of nothing, 1 house with a sign. 10 houses of nothing, 1 house with a sign. 2 houses with a sign, 10 houses of nothing. You're right. So most people don't. They just go, yeah, like, be good, I'll be happy with you. Free gallons of soda for everyone, courtesy of Bullfrog. Yes. Can you, let's all try to, what I really wish we could do is estimate the amount of soda intake of Bullfrog. How much soda intake does that man have? That's what I want to know. Like, what do you guys think? Do you think he takes in 1 gallon of soda a day? Do you think it's 2 gallons a day? I mean, dude, I used to drink about 4 to 6 cans of soda a day. Like ginger ale, Pepsi, orange soda, whatever. Okay, maybe it wasn't that much. It was like 3 to 6. No, it was about that. 3 to 6 cans. I would say now I might have a can of soda every other day, every 3 days at this point, and I haven't even cut it out fully. And I probably have a full can of soda within 3 days. Like, sometimes I go and I dump like a quarter of Pepsi into a glass to have with a dinner, and after a couple of days, that's about a can of soda. So I would say right now I'm having about 4 cans of soda a week or something like that. I need to cut it out completely, though. And I do have tons of soda water, like the 0 calorie, like, what do you call it? Carbonated water. So that's, dude, all right, so with carbonated water, this is the greatest thing ever. You get a can of carbonated water or a bottle of carbonated water, you dump out just a little bit, and then you fill up, you dump in a shot or 2 of like cranberry juice. And it's fucking awesome. And you're drinking like 18 calories. That's what I've been doing. So I just got to cut the soda completely. But I think this motherfucker is drinking goddamn 2 gallons of soda a day, based on what I've seen. Or maybe a gallon. Maybe a gallon of soda. I don't know. I'm not really sure. Anyway, I got to get out of here in a minute. We've been live for an hour and 12 minutes. Hit me up with your last questions. Rapid fire comments, questions, wrestling, whatever. Rest in peace, Daphne. Like I brought it up at the beginning of the stream. I didn't want to put her name in the title and do some clickbait thing that, that's sick to me. I didn't know her really. We didn't talk about her much ever, unfortunately. I thought she was cool. She looked awesome back in the day. It's sad, and I can't fucking believe. I actually thought they were going to get to her. I thought they were going to get to her and find out that she wasn't, that she was all right. I'm shocked, dude, that something happened. People wanted me to play the video last night. I thought that was weirdly sick, so I wouldn't do that. I didn't even want to see it, to be honest, because I don't know. I don't know. It's just awful. It sucks. I'm going to be on Out of Nowhere tonight. We'll talk a little bit more about it there. We're going to do the all-out predictions tonight at about probably 10:30 p.m. here on Joe Cronin Show right here. You just got to make sure you hit the bell down below. You hit the like, hit the bell, become a member. If you're on Patreon, you're going to get a Patreon alert. You guys know that. Think about becoming a patron if you haven't yet. Man, you guys have been fucking sick on Patreon. We're back to 287 patrons. Hopefully we can get back to 300. You guys can get a bunch of stuff for just $2 a month on Patreon. That would help out huge. It would help me out big time. Helps Jake out. Helps all of us. If you guys love us or like us or care, think about throwing $1 at us a month, $2 a month, $5 a month, whatever you want to do. I don't know what the fucking school is calling me over and over again or something. I don't fucking know. But I'm getting out of here anyway, so I'll probably goddamn fucking school. Hold on, let me put me on fucking mobile data dead mode while I end this. Throwdowns later. Goddamn YouTube didn't blah blah blah. I don't even know what that means. Stone Ross, what's up? Oh, you didn't get an alert? My bad. I'm heading out of here anyway though. My phone's starting to get hot. My phone's getting fucking wicked hot. And then fucking I think Leah's calling me. Can't see the number. Peace.